Wherever you go in South Africa, you're bound to find a Muslim person. We have become part of the fabric of this beautiful country, and in return, we have been blessed with a beautiful home. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to this week's An Nur the Light. The Eastern Cape is known for its natural beauty, and this week it's also home of our featured guest. Art is not often seen as a career choice because of the instability that comes with earning an income. For Port Elizabeth local, Kader Abdullah, this has thankfully not been the case. As a young man who grew up loving to draw, Kader has been able to paint his dreams into reality.
From an early age, I found that because I'm a shy person, introvert, using art as a medium to express myself without any limits. Because art in a traditional Muslim family, art wasn't seen as a career choice. You either had to be a lawyer, doctor, architect. So I started in primary school, I want to be an architect. But then as things went on, I realized, this is not my calling. And I was fortunate enough to have parents that supported me to where I am now.
After high school, Kader enrolled at the Nelson Mandela University with art as a major. A few years later, he was back, but this time as a lecturer.
I found that it's important to be a lecturer and practicing artist, because you enrich your students that way as well. I was a student here, which is surreal to me, because I used to sit in this very class, and now I'm standing in front lecturing. So I can relate when the first years have their aha moments, when they have one idea, they want to be a graphic designer, for instance. And then as the year goes on, so we do a bit of painting, photography, fashion. So at the end of the year, they might change the direction. So what I try to do over here is give them the tools, so when they get to the second year, they have more or less a path to where they want to be. It's just a passion. I look forward to coming to work. So that's a real benefit for me. I don't have Sunday blues that everyone has. And the fact that I can relate to the students sitting here in the class and just looking at their faces, absorbing what I'm saying to them.
Port Elizabeth's art scene was given a boost with the Colours of You event, and Kader was invited by one of the organizers to exhibit his work.
As part of that festival, we actually had a selection of creators from various fields to do work on skateboards. We thought it'd be an interesting approach to see how different art forms could be interpreted through these skateboards. And Kader was then selected as the fine artist and illustrator part of that project. I think Kader's art is really incredible. I haven't seen somebody with that amount of skill. Like, his work has a certain technical element to it. You can actually see it by the lines he creates, and you can see a lot of thought actually goes through that work.
Kader made the shortlist for the Sasol New Signatures competition and had an artwork presented to President Cyril Ramaphosa. His style is categorized by the black and white pen, charcoal or pencil he uses to create his works.
The style, so basically I started with charcoal, and then I found that working with pen, actually using the line to support, each line supports each other, and building subjects out of it. So that was quite interesting for me, and it was a challenge to actually limit yourself. Generally, I start with an idea, even like a vague idea, and then I do a few sketches in my journal. I appropriate images from the internet as well, and then I change it to form my own subject or story. Once I have the idea, rough idea in my journal, I start blowing it up and going big. Sometimes I work intuitively. I just skip all that and just go directly big. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, you can always buy a new page.
Many artists use their work to challenge stereotypes, and for Kader, it's no different. As a Muslim, he sees the world demonize Islam, and he puts pen to paper to help others confront their prejudice or give perspective.
Basically, it started with me looking at the news and just seeing the negative aspect that the world has about my religion, which is false, because my religion is about love, peace, And I felt that I needed to step up and do something about it. My most recent body of work deals with Muslim artistic identity, what it means to be a Muslim artist. In Islam, drawing the figure was seen as almost taboo, and so I tried to focus mostly on the message behind the artwork rather than the actual subject matter. It also deals with the Western perceptions of Islam and Muslims. It was a way of almost, to quote the Isu brothers in Cape Town, a way of fighting media with media. So, yeah, so that's my intention, and almost like educating the rest of the world about the beauty of my religion.
For the young father from Port Elizabeth, there is still a long way to go. For now, he is happy being able to do what he loves, surrounded by those who support him. Who knows where the next few years may take him, but for now, he already has moved far beyond the borders of the friendly city. Modest clothing has come a long way, and we celebrate this with our street style segment. An Nur has been making waves with their clothing line, but let them tell their story.
So An Nur is a brand of modest wear clothing, and the slogan that we use is modest wear for the modern woman.
When you Google modest wear, very often you come up with these very boxy-like looking things, and so then we had this crazy idea of let's come up with our own brand, and yeah, we gave it a shot, and here we are, about 3 years later, and enjoying it, loving every minute of it.
It's not our day job, but yes, we're not fashion designers, and it's challenging, but it's great at the same time because we learn a lot, and it's amazing how much you can actually learn and do even though you may not have studied a degree in it.
Normally when you say a modest wear brand, you think that it's just Islamic wear, but we've had all sorts of people that have just been attracted to our clothing based on the fabric choices and the color, and it's been amazing to see that.
So the clothes come from, well, they're locally manufactured, which is something that we are very proud of. I think that most modest wear brands and designs lean on Middle Eastern fashion culture, and so we're quite proud that it's locally manufactured and it's South African. We design it, and then we have a CMT company who sews it. So we go out, we buy the fabric, and they make us samples and patterns, and then we have a look at them, we try them on, and then tweak it a bit, you know.
We have our basic tees, which is in your navy, your mocha, your black, your greys. So that's every day, a comfortable fit, a comfortable wear. Then when it comes to special occasions with Eid and all of that, we incorporate garments that you can either dress up, dress down.
So, and our garments are also a lot of things that you wear over, so long cardigans or little jackets or long jackets and stuff. So as much as there is color, there's pink and there's green and stuff, it's still in like you say, pastel tones, so it can go with other things and can be matched, and you can. I think if I could describe it in one word, it's versatile.
At the moment, we market our brand mostly on social media, Instagram and Facebook. We also have lately been at the Heart Market once a month. That's been fantastic because we get to meet a lot of our customers in that way. And then we are busy with our website as well at the moment.
And on there, we are hoping to also include an online store, because I think that's kind of the way to go nowadays with all of this online shopping and things like that, where you can just get stuff delivered to your door. So hopefully that's soon. But in the interim, we do offer courier as well, nationwide courier. So, and we have had people that have bought from us that are all over the country. So yeah, it's been great.
Style for me is about simplicity as well, comfort, classy, and convenient.
It's our personalities as well. We are the best of friends, and being with people you like is fun as well. So whatever you do with the people you like is fun.
Wedding season is about to hit us, and we thought it good to see what some of the latest trends are. Weddings remain one of the most exciting traditional events, uniting families to celebrate the union of husband and wife. Wedding trends, however, have evolved over time from the over-the-top drapings in the local community hall to the minimalist outdoor garden wedding on the farm. As trends change, so too are the style of weddings, and the event organizers are doing their best to stay ahead.
The most important part of a day is to look at the itinerary and to see that things just run perfect. Everything needs to be structured to when the bride walks in at what time the starters needs to come out. So with the wedding planners, the bridal couple will sit and they'll go through that itinerary to make sure that the day runs on time. Our client base is all over the Western Cape. I mean, I focus on Turkish weddings, Indian weddings, Muslim weddings. It's really a big client base. So when we look at decor, like I said, I know in the past it was overbearing with drapings and overbearing with chair covers and tie backs. So minimalistic drapings, not too much. They like chandeliers nowadays. They're bringing in it a lot. Similar to the centerpieces, needs to change in touches of flowers. So yes, we're based in Paarl, and we're surrounded by vineyards and grape farms, and we strictly allow. And our young brides wanting to have this farm weddings will come out into the vineyard side to host a wedding. So it's more or less westernized, but to bring in touches of tradition. Some of the traditional foods are still in, from mutton kalyas to curry to mutton korma. So, from the butter chicken, so stick to traditions, but still to give it that westernized and beautiful wedding.
Naeem Rupin is often the first point of contact for clients and sits down to plan the big day together with the bride and groom.
This lately, because the trend is changing and people are looking for a more minimalistic and rustic effect when it comes to decor and, for the ceremony and welcoming and canapes as well. I mean, that's a new in thing. The variety of unique canapes such as guacamole and tacos and things like that. And they've also requested a variety of different couches. And, sometimes we need to speak to companies that upholstery companies, they need to make unique couches for that specific wedding. In the beginning when I came here, it was more garden type of wedding with, looking at white, rose gold, navy blue types of decor. And as time went on, I've seen that the drapings have become less, moving away from traditional into a more westernized type with clean cuts, giving an urban type of effect when it comes to decor and hall setting as well. I believe that we are one of the affordable venues in the Paarl, the Cape Winelands district. We try to customize and tailor-make everything to meet our clients' budget. Even if our client has a tight budget, we still accommodate them and make it as affordable as possible. But at the end of the day, still to give them elegance when it comes to the event.
The centerpiece of any wedding is always the bride's dress. Mrs. Hoa Muhammad has been making wedding dresses for over 40 years. It is her job to ensure that the bride looks and feels like a princess on a special day. Auntie Hoa has seen firsthand how dress trends have changed over time.
The style in the 60s was very plain and conservative. And that was the year when I got married and I chose to be plain. But that year, it was a year of pastel shades mostly. Well, I admired the dress of Princess Margaret and I thought, that is me. I don't like too much fuss and bother. My daughter got married in 1997. She chose aqua. In fact, I wanted pink, but she chose aqua, and it was quite a story because I normally deal with Meyer's fabrics and they didn't have aqua. So a friend of mine was so kind to have that whole piece of material dyed into that color. Some of the brides still love the white dresses, the ball gowns. Some of them go for straight. Some of them have winter outfits, then they prefer a dress and a coat style. The recent thing was mostly nowadays the mermaid style. But as I say, it is a style that doesn't really suit anybody. You must be careful on how the figure is shaped, but that is mostly the in thing now. For the year 2017, I made 3 with the styles of the cape at the back. And then, well, the style now is more the mermaid, which is straight.
Trends may come and go, but the wedding is a day that every bride will want to remember as one of the best days of their entire life. American author Henry Miller said, "One's destination is never a place, but a new way of seeing things." In this week's travel, we see some interesting new things in KwaZulu-Natal. Anyone who's been to Durban will know how hot it gets, and one of the best ways to cool down, other than dipping into the sea, is at the Durban Ice Skating Centre.
The Durban Ice Arena has been specifically designed as a multi-purpose venue. So as you can see, it's not just an ice skating rink. We have so much more to offer.
Ice skating comes with many benefits, but most of all, it's great fun. The rink caters for both beginner and more established skaters. Equipment can be hired on site.
You don't need anything with you. You just bring a pair of socks, thick socks. We provide you with the skates. Okay, the admission for spectators starts from 50 Rand, and for skating it's around 90 Rand per person. Day sessions are usually around 3 hours, night sessions 4 hours.
Apart from ice skating, there are also other attractions for visitors. Food is quite basic, but they cater to their halal market, so there's no need to go outside. This is most definitely one of the more iconic places to visit when in Durban. The halal food scene in Durban is ever-changing as new and old places compete for their share of business. Grills and seafood is a tried and tested meal, with patrons often returning to their favorite hangout.
We're basically most famous for our steaks, but we do a lot of other things as well, like chicken, pastas, seafood. But the main item is our steak. I'm adding different types of steaks all the time. Like now we got our custom-made steak where we add prawns into it. So that's something a bit different. Fillet 300 gram. Usually we call it a stuffed steak. And the tomahawk steak, I know not a lot of halal places do that as well. We are going to be adding more as we go along.
A secret sauce is at the heart of the success of this business, and generous portions are applied to every dish.
That's our basting. It's basically a basting that we mix our own. Legend basting and a masala basting, because people love that. Recently we also added a hookah lounge to our place. So people can relax, chill out. It's more like a lounge area, a coffee table. You can watch soccer there, we've got a TV there. You can watch cricket, guys come and relax.
The establishment is well known for their thirst-quenching mocktails that are made right in front of your eyes and is the perfect accompaniment to any meal. Just on the periphery of the city centre is an art centre that serves as a space for up-and-coming artists to exhibit their work and earn a living in doing so.
The core purpose of the centre is to create development opportunities and economic benefit for local artists and crafters. Every year we produce like 20 new artists or aspiring artists, and then they use the African Arts Centre as a platform for them to then enter art as their career.
Many of the art pieces made here are both colourful and responsibly sourced, with lots of pieces drawing inspiration from the Zulu culture.
Through the years, especially now, we're looking as the African Arts Centre trying to make our works a bit more contemporary. So we use the traditional work of maybe beadwork or telephone wire, but we add in colours that are more contemporary, colours that are trending. We found that tourists love coming to the African Arts Centre because of the work we produce. It's very traditional, but we want to tap into the local market as well. So that's where we're bringing in many of the trending colours. We open 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock to 5 p.m. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Firstly, the African Arts Center preserves our local culture, our local heritage. So if someone wants to understand what art is in KwaZulu-Natal, this is the place to come. Secondly, all the products produced here, produced by the local crafters, enable the crafters to get an economic benefit. So we're creating sustainable jobs for the local artists and crafters. So in coming to the center, you're not just enjoying local arts and crafts and helping us preserve it and enjoy it, but also you are adding to the economic sustainability of the artists in Durban and KwaZulu-Natal.
The space exhibits some of the best up-and-coming artists' work at prices that are affordable and quite a bargain. From paintings to clay pots, the contemporary and traditional sit side by side, making the place feel more like a gallery than an art centre. That's it from me for this week. Jazakallah for being here. Do check us out on YouTube if you miss us. Assalamu alaikum from me, Zahra Robinson.
They say that love never lasts, that love never lives to see another day. But what I know deep down inside is what I feel, and it's so real. I gave it up all for you, and there ain't nothing that I won't do. All I know deep down inside is what I feel, and it's so real with you. Allah, every day I'll try to be as true as I can to you, 'cause loving you the best I can will always be my number one and only plan. Yes, every day I'll try to be as true as I can to you, 'cause loving you the best I can will always be my number one and only plan. They say you're out of your mind, don't you know that love fades away? They say it only brings you pain, but what I feel is so real. I give it up and turn to you, 'cause I know what your love can do. Oh Allah, open up our hearts and make us feel how it's so real with you. Allah, every day I'll try to be as true as I can to you, 'cause loving you the best I can will always be my number one and only plan. Yes, every day I'll try to be as true as I can to you, 'cause loving you the best I can will always be my number one and only plan. Allah, every day I'll try to be as true as I can to you, 'cause loving you the best I can will always be my number one and only plan. Yes, every day I'll try to be as true as I can to you, 'cause loving you the best I can will always be my number one and only plan. Yes, every day I'll try to be as true as I can to you, 'cause loving you the best I can will always be my number one and only plan. Yes, every day I'll try to be as true